Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new and welcome to another sit down video. If you're new here, my name is Katie. I'm a minimalist. I've been a minimalist for about 5 years now, and if your goal this year is to be more of a minimalist, then I've got the video just for you. So, new month, it's February, maybe the year got off to a rough start. I know it did for us. We had our fence fall down in the strong winds that we had through the numerous storms the UK was hit with over January. We also had a burst pipe. Our oven door broke and needed to be replaced. And in February we have Scott's car and MOT service, MOT and service due, and Ruben has his annual vaccinations as well. So the year has got off to a very expensive start. Things keep going wrong, but hey, this is what emergency funds are for. We're rolling with the punches, and yeah, I'm really pleased that February is now here, because I feel like this is the new year and I'm starting again in February. And if your goal is to be more minimalist, but actually January you didn't do any decluttering, then I'm here to give you 29 days, leap year, 29 decluttering ideas that you can do every day of February to make your life more minimalist. Okay, so I've been joined by Fluffy Boy here. He doesn't want to be in the camera today. But I've got 29 things to declutter during the 29 days of February. So, number 1 is Christmas clothes that you didn't wear over Christmas. Number 2 is clothes that you've listed on Vinted that haven't sold, and you've been listing them for more than 6 months. They're probably not going to sell, they're just taking up space, so just get rid of those. Number 3 is socks that have holes in them. Number 4 is socks, coats, hats, gloves and shoes that you've been wearing over winter but they haven't lasted. They are have holes in them, they're leaking, they just haven't lasted the bad weather, and they're not going to be any good for next winter. Number 5 are baby clothes that are too small and have never been worn, or just are too small, or just have never been worn. Number 6 is books that you planned to read in 2023. You didn't even pick them up, and now you already have other books that you're more excited to read in 2024. Number 7 is just a general paper declutter. The tax year's ending in April, so you should hopefully, and the self-assessment deadline was the 31st of January, so you should have a good idea of any papers that you were keeping for tax purposes, so you can go through and have a little clear out of things that you do and don't need. And especially as it's 2024, you can have a look at any insurance policies, the documents that you have that you no longer need because you've got a new provider, and other paper from 2023 that you don't need to carry into 2024. Number 8 is your bedside drawer. So I just did this recently and I got rid of just a couple of things, but being able to see clearly what I have in the drawer now, put things in their place that they need to be, because some things in there were just in the wrong spot. It's made the drawer 10 times better. Number 9 is your pet drawer. So we have a pet drawer that we just shove everything in: poo bags, grooming stuff, treats, lick mats, everything like that, and it just all gets shoved in there. Yeah, we haven't needed to declutter anything from this drawer, but it definitely needs a sort out and a clean. Number 10 is still on the pet theme, and that's toys, be that cat, dog, guinea pig, or any other pet that you might have. But for us, it's dog toys that have been chewed up and played with to the point where they're actually more of a choking hazard than a toy, because Ruben, our dog, he really does like to go to town on some of his toys. So just get rid of anything that's, more of a choking hazard than a toy at this point. On day 11, we want to declutter any makeup that you have that's actually probably causing more skin problems and spots than they're covering up. Things that are really old, things that just react to your skin. You don't need to keep these things. We can just declutter them. And now supermarkets and shops, they have makeup recycling points. So just need to pop them in a bag and take them along, and you can recycle them. Number 12 is jewellery that you don't wear. I don't wear a lot of jewellery. I have a little Olivia necklace on, but I don't wear any earrings. I do have my ears pierced, but I just never wear earrings. So I've decluttered all of my earrings this month. And number 13, we're sort of moving on to the bathroom area and airing cupboard. And number 13 on my list here is the bedding that you don't like and never really want to put on your bed. And number 14 are towels that they're old, they're scratchy. When you're changing your towels over, you always pass over them. They can be donated to animal shelters, or if you've got anybody in your family who has pets, maybe you can ask them if they want any dog towels or cat towels or guinea pig towels. I don't know. I've got guinea pigs in my head because Olivia watches a show on CBeebies called Olga de Polga, which is very, very cute. So for days 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20, we're in the kitchen. So the first thing on day 15 I've got on my list for the kitchen is your utensils drawer. This is the drawer that really does get cluttered, the most cluttered in most people's homes. So take everything out, put in everything you need. We have 6 seats on our dining table, so we just have a set of cutlery for each seat, which is 6. So we have 6 knives, 6 forks, 6 spoons, and we have double that amount of teaspoons because we drink a lot of tea and coffee in our house. Day 16 is Tupperware that doesn't have a lid. Tupperware lids have a notorious habit of disappearing, so I always make it a habit to every few months go through the Tupperware drawer, make sure all my Tupperware has lids, and if I find any Tupperware with no lids or lids with no Tupperware, I get rid of them. Day 17 is everybody's mugs collection. I mean, we are minimalists, so we don't really have a big mug collection, but any mugs that you don't like, that are chipped, that are broken, for me, it's any mug. I make sure I get rid of anything that doesn't go in the dishwasher because I don't really like to do hand washing. So I only have one mug that I painted myself that can't go in the dishwasher, so I hand wash that, but all the rest of our mugs are dishwasher safe, and I get rid of any mugs that aren't. Day 18 is candles, and especially getting rid of candles that have their wick burnt down, so they can't be used, but you're not going to be keeping the container that they come in. Sometimes I do clean the containers out. I always clean the containers out so I can recycle them because most of the time they're glass. But if you're if you're not going to be using the container again, clean out the wax, recycle it and get rid of the candles. Day 19 is a good old pantry refresh and getting rid of any food that is past its use by date, not best before, but use by. Or anything that you know is gone soft, or we have breadsticks. We buy breadsticks, we open the packet, we have half maybe or 3/4. We leave a few in, thinking that we'll come back to them. We never do. They go, they're out of their packet, so they just go all soft and horrible. So that's our sort of number one bad habit that we do, is that we don't finish our breadsticks. But yeah, any food that's you're not going to eat, that's not going to be any good, just clean it all out, refresh that pantry, restock your glass jars, and you'll feel so much better for it. Number 20, day 20 is your cleaning cupboard. So we have our cleaning cupboard under our sink, and I do keep this very minimal, obviously. But yeah, anything that's in there that's empty, that maybe you have two of the same bottle, but one is half empty and one of them is only got a little bit in, you can pour it into the same container to get rid of some of the plastic bottles, or yeah, anything that you don't like using, or maybe don't like the scent of. Just you can donate some things to food banks if they're you haven't really used them, maybe, or yeah, just declutter them. Day 21 is hobbies. So any hobby items that can't be used. So for example, dried up paint or dried up clay that you're not going to be able to use. For me as a gardener, it's seeds and seed packets of plants that I don't like and I'm never going to grow. I can donate them to the local gardening club, or go onto my Facebook allotment site and offer them for free. But if I'm not going to grow them in my garden, then I'm not going to keep them. Number 22, 23, 24 and 25 are all digital declutters. So it's still really important to declutter your digital lives, because they can become more cluttered than our physical lives, especially these days. So yeah, for day 22, it's to declutter your camera roll. I know I have loads of photos of like screenshots that I take just to show Scott this one thing, and it's just a screenshot of for one conversation, but then it gets saved to my camera phone, then it syncs with my Google Drive, and I'm just taking up valuable space with things that I don't need to keep. Number 23 is the apps on your phone. Now, I don't know about Android, but definitely for iPhone, you can go in and have a look at your apps, and your iPhone will tell you when you last used them. You can also offload apps rather than just delete them if you don't want to delete an app for permanently. But yeah, if you've not used an app for like over a year, then I don't think you really need it. And it's an app, you can always re-download it when you need to use it again. Number 24 and day 24 is a bit of an unusual one, and it's your recorded list on your TV. So we are terrible at recording loads of stuff from the TV, but then not actually deleting things when we've watched them. So we end up with like 44 1-hour episodes of Match of the Day, even though we're never going to watch them again. So every now and then we periodically go through and we clear our TV recorded list, and again, it just saves space on our TV box to record more stuff that we're going to enjoy watching more. Number 25 is a big one, and it's charger cables that you don't know what they go to or are just old and broken. Every time we get a new iPhone, we get a new charging cable, but for some reason, especially Scott, likes to keep the old charging cable, even though it's starting to get bent and frayed and just not usable. So any old charging cables that you have that you're not going to use, get rid of them. Number 26 is DVDs or video games that you're not going to watch or play. We used to buy lots of like physical copies of video games, so like Halo, Assassin's Creed, but now that most things are on the Microsoft Store and you can download them, we don't actually use a physical disc much at all anymore. So yeah, it's actually better because we save space, physical space, but also when you're playing with just a digital copy, you can share that with friends much more easily, rather than playing and play remotely with your friends, rather than just playing on the physical disc copy. So yeah, any video games that you're not going to be playing, they can be sold to things like Music Magpie or Zipit or places like that, see if they will take them. Number 27, and it's something I do even though I am a minimalist, is cardboard boxes that you're keeping just in case. So I have a stash of cardboard boxes that I keep for things like sending vintage parcels, or packaging things up to take to family and friends, or you just need, every now and then you just need a handy shoebox. But over time, my collection of cardboard boxes, where I think this is a really good cardboard box for something, the collection gets too big and I need to have a purge. So any cardboard boxes you're keeping just in case, but actually they are just taking up room rather than being used for just in case, just get rid of them, and they can be recycled, and we don't need them. And day 28 of February, we're almost there, the penultimate day. Time to declutter the car. Now this is going to be really, really important for day 29, but yeah, make sure we declutter our cars. It makes it less fuel efficient if you are carting loads of stuff around in your car that you don't need to. So actually you save yourself some money by decluttering your car and making sure it's empty. And as I say, making sure your car is empty on day 28 is really important, because for day 29, what we're going to be decluttering is everything that we've decluttered. So I actually want you to get rid of stuff, go to the charity shop, sell things on Vinted, take things to the recycling centre, and actually get rid of this big pile of stuff that hopefully you've decluttered over the rest of the month. So those are 29 ideas that you can declutter, just one thing, one area a day, and if you manage to do any of this at the end of February, please let me know. I'd love to hear your progress, or if you're going to try it, decluttering these areas over February, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments if you're going to be doing a declutter marathon over February. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you've got some new tips, some new ideas of things to declutter that maybe you hadn't thought of before. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.